Hi guys, welcome on the channel. This is the intro and also the statistics for this month. Let me say it is October 25 and I would like to introduce the photovoltaic that we are dealing with. So maybe you have a little bit inspiration and you can maybe get ideas how is my system actually built. Just behind me it is the first picture and I would like to show you, this is the roof, let me say 100 square meters, and there are two strings, very high voltage, about 1000 volt. It is 48 panels when you count it, and actually 46 of them is connected into two strings by 23 panels, and let me say we can call it like 20 kilowatt peak installation, and it's shining on the north side, let me say maybe northwest. So in this position with this angle 45 degrees, you can maybe a little bit even see there is a little bit angle between because the roof is not straight, but it doesn't matter so much on this side. It was done just like it is. And this is the first part, so let me say it is like 20 kV on the north side, call it north side. So there is not so much power from this photovoltaic in the year, but for example when you have cloudy day, this roof is making the same power like the other south side. So for the diffusion light it is just okay. Okay, then we have the fence. I'm still building it and it will be, let me say, 60 panels with the 450 watt peak installation, 30 here, 30 the other side. This is the west side and the other is east side. So there will be, for this system that we will be monitoring now, two strings of 9 panels. So let me say 8 kilowatt peak on each west and east. This is another part of the photovoltaic. Here is my roof of the wooden house. There is also 9 panels. It is direction south and only 4 degrees. It is just flat. There will be continue with the fence, so you will see it later. And this string will be actually connected with my house where I have those 9 panels strings. Let me say those 9 panels, we can call it like 4 kV. So we have south orientation on the wood house. Then this one, it is the west part of my house. And we also have east part of the house. So it is 3 times 4 kV in parallel actually. So it is like 12 kVp installed. And another one. Yeah, this is the lovely picture. It is the winter time and you see in this condition you have 0. That's why I am building the fence, because the fence, he will not be covered by the snow in the winter time. So it will be main production of the photovoltaic energy from the solar plant that I am building in the winter. That's why I'm improving my system, and you can see it is even in the sunny day, and it is about, let me say 20 kilowatt peak installed. So we have 20 on the north, 20 on the south, it's 40. Then we have 12, another 12 on those shield of my wall. It is, and 8 kilowatt, 4 kilowatt on the wooden house. So it's 52 kilowatt together. And there will be another 16 kilowatt from the fence. It will be all connected to one system, one inverter, a big one, and if you are counting like me, we have 52, 62, and then let me say something like 16, 6, close to 70, 68, 78, 70 kilowatt peak installed. So this is the system that will be running and monitoring on the system. And there will be also some panels, let me say 24 pieces, 12 west, 12 east, which is about another 12 kilowatt peak, and it will be installed on the inverters, on the small one, that they will go just charge the batteries. It is the offline system, so it will be separated like this. Here is also two strings, and those three panels, they are not connected, because when the sun comes in the morning, it makes the shadow here of the chimney on those three panels, and those three panels are not connected, but they will be connected to the battery system on the offline. So there will be another 1 point, I don't know, 2 1.3 kilowatt peak installed from this side, and probably also on the other roof there are also two panels, and they are not connected to the system whatsoever, they are just like spare. So at the end it will be, I think, connected everything that we can, but it will be next year. So this setup that will start at the moment is running 60 kVp, and it will be about the 70 by the end of the year, I hope so. And we will make the statistics from this system. That's what I wanted to show you as a first. Okay. Here we have my monitoring system. You can see the house. We have today very cloudy. We don't have so much power coming from the 60 kilowatt peak installed. It is 1.5 kilowatt, and when you see it on the day, when I just click here, you see I have today production 6 kilowatt. It is very disaster day. Let me say it is the 2nd of the November, and in our location is generally very cloudy, so that's why we have so low system. But still I can produce maybe daily 10-20 kW even in so bad weather, and it is enough to power up my appliance in the house, and so on and so on. If I want to go and show you the months that was before, and we are starting with this video, it was the October 25. It is very nice curve. You will see it is very crazy, and the production was only 1.5 megawatt. I was checking 2 years later, 24, it was much higher, it was like 1.8, and I think 1.6 it was 2 years ago, but there was not so big, let me say, installed power. I think there was about 40-45, it was just with one shield, so it was much less, and the power, it is like it is. This year definitely in my location it is the worst, and I have to tell you, I'm from the Czech Republic. I live on the north, somewhere close to the Liberec, and it is very bad this year. I would say last month it was also not good. I am struggling with energy production a little bit, but at the end it's not so bad. So my photovoltaic, you see, it can produce in lovely days when you have the sunny day. Let me say like here 21, 22. Let's go and check it. We can go by the day. How was it in the October, let me say 2021. And you see it was very nice day. There was something in the morning. There is some kind of shadows coming because the sun is very low, starting, and there is a forest, small forest, so that's why the peak is here. Otherwise the curve, it should be like square, long square curve. This is curve that you will only see on the special systems like I have, because I don't have only the south string. If you have the south string, you have nothing here, nothing here, nothing here, and then you will make this bubble and it will go down, and that's it. That's the south. But the combination of my strings to very different, let me say, orientation of the east or the west and so on, it's making really this curve. And you see, like, it is flat, it is really amazing, and you have whole day really full power for applying whatever you need. And let me say, I need like 10 kilowatt per hour daily, each hour, to be satisfied with my appliance. So that's why I am building system to look like this. Then of course we have the battery system, the Project 51. You can also find in my other playlist, and he is taking actually the care about when we have not so much sun and we would like to cover the clouds which are coming, because with this system you have a very high peak. I don't know, maybe on the top you can sit somewhere close to 25 kilowatt per hour. But when it comes and snow is covered by the cloud, then you have from 25 directly, for example, 5. And that's not enough for me to cover the 10 kilowatt that I need. So in this time comes my system, Project 51, and he will cover the power from the batteries, and he will fill the gap in the system and power up everything that really is on, and it doesn't have to take care about the sun, the production. Let me say, it is very nice buffer, the Project 51. Also, when we have more sun and the cloud is gone, then the Project 51 is taking the energy from the photovoltaic and charging the battery back. So it's like very nice buffer of 60 kilowatt hours of stored energy. So that's what we are dealing with here. I think it is very quiet system, and if you follow my videos, definitely you will get more information about everything. I am running also the Czech channel in my native language, and in this channel there are all videos that I have actually made about this system, what I built, how I built it. It is everything do-it-yourself projects. It is very long and really many videos, and if you are interested, please go and check it, but at the end YouTube is not offering the translation. I'm thinking about to translate some of my videos to English. It will be maybe later on the channel too with my translation, so you will see the Czech video looking at me, and I will be here dubbing myself to the English one. So I think it will be very funny. And definitely, if you are interested in more information, go to the Czech channel. It will be also in the description below, the link to my Czech channel. You see on this, it is very lovely curve. It is one of the best I had last month, and you see here I was making some kind of improvement on the system. I was connecting something, changing with the playing with the Project 51. I was making him more efficient. It is very special project because in Czech Republic you have 3-phase, generally those 400 volts, 380, and I am using my project because I want to cover each phase independently. So my system is not 3-phase, but it's 3 times 1 phase. So this project, he doesn't care about the other phases, what they are doing. The project is always controlling all three of them, and he's covering the grid 0 and helping the system with the power assistant, and there is also dynamic SS and so on and so on. There is so many things that you can play with those Victrons, and of course if you are interested, it will be everything shown here, so you can subscribe for the future and you will get most of the information I think you need for your project, because I am some people are saying like I'm crazy, he's crazy, he's like a megaloman crazy guy, he's doing so crazy things. But yes, definitely I'm doing very specific things that you will not buy from the company, you know. It is actually projects that I have developed for myself and for my applications, and it can be used also in other areas, but it is another story for next content. So here I would like to show you, you have like maybe 109, close to 110 kilowatt per day. I think it is very nice for every house, for every household, even for the family. With such a power you can power up anything, and you will have enough to sell or store for future and for the bad days weather. That's me, like I am doing it. And for example, if you would like to see how much is the production, let me say in the summer, let's go for the year, and you see October, it was generated by photovoltaic. It is light green dot, 1.5 megawatt. A month before, 3 megawatts. You see the high drop, like the winter is coming. 4.5 megawatts in the August, 4.1 June, July, June 4.8. It was actually the best month, 4.1, then it's dropping 2.8, 2.4, in the March, February, it's 1.5, and January 0.7 megawatt. So at least plus minus in the year, when we check it, let me say for 25, you can see, and from this one you see generated by photovoltaic 33.5 megawatt. I don't know what is your consumption in your house in a year, but generally it's much less. My consumption are very high and specific for the work, because what I am doing, and I really need a lot of energy. You see, I have consumed from myself 26, I have feed to the grid 7.31, and I was also consuming the whole consumption for my appliance from the grid, another 64 megawatt. So that's for my work, and I really need a lot of power. That's why I'm still building the system. If you imagine, like I consumed 90 and I produced only 33, it's definitely not enough. It is like 1/3, it is a little bit helping, but it's not covering all I need for my system. That was really crazy, and a year before I wasn't even so full. There was just a little bit. I was starting with this project of the photovoltaic, and it is on the beginning, I think it was even the 1 month before, from 2022. So we have some kind of experience and some kind of statistic how the system is working, and I am still developing and increasing, and it will go on and on in the future, because I want to be completely independent. Just cut the grid and bye bye, go to off grid. That is the plan that I would like to make, but with my consumption I really need to cover a lot of lot of energy, and it will be, let me say, not so easy to gain it in this, let me say, location where I live, especially for the winter. And for the heating, I would like to have many energy, but it's not enough so far. So that was the, let me say, October 2025, which was, I would say, the worst October from those 3 years I have remembered. And we will see how it goes on. Definitely the fence that I'm building, it is nearly finished. I need like a little bit more months, 1 month, and it will be ready for the winter. So we will have a new characteristic and new curves. Here you can see it is actually about my inverter. I have Sun 2000 KTL, it's my inverter. I have 4 MPPTs, all of them are running. You see the power, it is very low, and the Project 51, he's taking the care about the grid to zero, which he is, I think, actually completing very good. If I go back on the system and I will show you the day, and you see from the grid I have 40 watts in whole day, and there was some little peaks in the night. I don't know what was actually happening, and he is covering the zero, let me say, whole day with few watts consumption, something like this. It's okay. Definitely those 8 strings, they are running. You see it is very high voltage. I can plug in actually into my inverter up to 1100 volt strings, but you need to take the coefficient for my location like 1.2, so you need to divide it, and then you get like, you can have 24 23 panels, maximum of the panels that I use in one string, and it is the maximum. Otherwise it will be really crazy. And you see the power, for example, it's very bad. Here is like nothing. I was watching, and this channel 1, it is actually the south, this one is south, and this one is north, and this one is north. So you see it's always a little bit different, always making some kind of. Actually, if I count south at the end, and it's higher, it's lower than the south, because north has 50, it's like 92, 920 milliamps, and on the south you have only 50, 60, 70, 76. So actually the north side, that is not even seeing the sun, it's doing best from the roof, from the main. Here you can see there is not so much. This one is not connected, there will be the rest of the fans, and you see here 28, it is the bifacial panels that are actually going to the west side. So there is not so much. It will get even lower when I build here the other one, and then we can count them together. Here you can see it is also part of the fence, and then this big, it is those shields and the roof and so on. So there is many strings, generally 300, it is the 9 panel strings. This is the special string for now, it's just temporary. It will change to the same, it will be about 300 volts, it will go down, and those big one, they are about 750, 800 volts. It is the strings with, let me say, 24 and 23 panels. So this is the system that we are monitoring. I am monitoring for you, and you can compare it. You can see the input power. We have now 1900 watt on the DC side, converting to 1800, and at the end we have enough for the system that I'm running. I'm charging. You see the battery. Now I'm charging 300 watts from this nothing when it's cloudy and cloudy and cloudy. And yeah, you see the consumption, you see the essential load on my system, and you see this is the phase 1. I have the same on the phase 2 and also the same on the phase 3. There is no essential load. Here is very small. Yeah, here is the water, hot water heating system, 700 watts, and here is the house consumption actually running now. And the project 51 that is actually running on, it is doing like the UPS system for whole house with the 60 kilowatt hours lithium packs. I have 4 packs of the 16 kilowatt hours batteries, and they cover whole house, everything, lights, everything. So I can get actually off grid and I have no problem for many days. Blackout doesn't matter to me. Everything is already on the batteries. So even this video I am doing on the batteries or from the photovoltaic, depends at the moment where actually the photons goes. So this is the short video for you, a small introduction. And if you have any questions, some points, please make the comments below. Definitely you can subscribe for this channel, for this playlist. I will be very pleased to have more audience and to discuss more. Even when you have your system and you share the information, I would be so happy to see maybe other location. I would be very happy about the location where also the snow comes. There is many locations on the earth where you have no snow, but I would really see something like where the snow is. Something even crazy like Siberia, whatever, you know. Definitely Alaska. Where you have the snow, please show me, because I would like to see the systems on the other let me say parts of our planet, and not the China desert where you said the south and it's doing the best whole 20 hours a day and so on and so on. No, I would like to see the more critical systems where you can apply, for example, Sweden or something. I don't know, guys from the Europe, show me something. I would be very interesting. So thank you for the watching, and I will see you next month. Definitely we will see how was the November, and I think it will be very bad. I think it will be the worst November from 3 years back for myself too. Okay, bye bye. See you next time.